your Mikerowchip here playing Trainz 2022
Plus Standard Edition.
And this is the UMR episode 100. And this is interesting. Not the trains. I mean, the trains are interesting. Don't get me wrong. There we go. My recording device, my recording software is acting up. I tested it. It seems to be working. But when I first hit record, the time doesn't start. Okay, it just started now. It's like 36 seconds in. It should be working, I hope. Gosh darn it. All right. Now, anywho, this is where we left off. We were here with Thomas. And Thomas was going to start drilling this cut right here into this yard over here. Did we move Smiling Jimmy into place? I thought we did. We did. There's. Let's take a look at him. There's Smiling Jimmy. No, that's not. Is that Smiling Jimmy? No, it's Smiley. It's just Smiley. Yeah. Where's the mic? There it is. Okay, yeah. Mic's got to be half up my nose. There we go. That's why I like it. Okay, so now, anywho, let's start doing this, shall we? So this one's going to the SO Flats ore. And now I got to bring up the north yard so I can see where this goes. SO Flats is in the lower yard. Okay, so this one's already going to Smiley. Here we go. Oh, I thought we were backing up. I'm like, wait a minute. But we're not. I expected to go forward, and we are indeed going forward. Okay, so let's make sure. Yeah. CTC switch. Yeah. Sure. This way, then this way, then this should be all right? Oh, no, Smiley came the other way, so it may not be all right. But it is, in fact, all right. Okie dokie. All right. For these three here, the Algoma Central Rail. Then we got Fenton. And Fenton is Fenton up here or down there? I don't know. Fenton's up here. He's on track. It's on track 7. All right, there we go. So we just got to put these three off first. So let's stay here for a little bit. Let's stay here. All right. Everything seems to be working well. Now, if we come back and it's not working well, I'm going to have to slap myself. Because there's no one else here to slap, pretty much. Actually, we can go a little faster than that, can't we? We can do 30 or 15 here. Yeah, I'm really hoping this is working. And this started just a few days ago. It wasn't working. And then when I click on it, it says it's not responding. This is my recording software, by the way. And then I started it. It wasn't working. So I figured I'm going to go to the bathroom and come back. I come back, and then the timer was going. So I figured out that in less than a minute, the timer starts going. I don't know. Go figure, right? All right, so 40 mile an hour, or 40% throttle seems to be 15 mile an hour. Sure. All right, slow it down. No, slow it down. Not speed it up, slow it down. There you go. There we are, down to 10 now. Very nice. Past the west yard and the north yard complex. Episode 99, of course, we humped. That was the last thing we did, right? Hump? Pretty sure. There we go. Yes, sir, Bob. I'm working on the C&O Hinton. The new Tidewater has already come out. That went really well. We got to take a look at that little Norfolk Southern car mover. And then somebody wrote me an interesting comment. They said, now, of course, I shouldn't say that because that makes it sound like most people who write comments are not interesting. That's not what I mean at all. Someone wrote me another interesting comment. Uh-oh. These Procores are no good, right? Because the things are missing? Yeah, there's no... Oh, I went with new ones, didn't I? Which ones did I go with? I can't... Oh, I did... Okay, oh, all right. I'm all excited. We'll come back to whatever that interesting comment that person made in just a moment. Before we do that, I'm going to put you guys on pause. Hopefully pause works. And then I'm going to go and swap these cars out for the new what are these things? LPG tanks. So let me put you guys on pause. And here we are. Yeah. So these are the new ones that I'm using now. I like the way they look. They look pretty good. And they have couplers on them. Wait a minute. Now, they do have couplers on them, right? Let's not speak too quickly. Yep, couplers. Look at that. We got couplers. Okay. So now these are going where? They weren't going to Cal. They were going to Fenton, weren't they? I put down the wrong thing. Yeah. Wait, let's retag them as Fenton. They're supposed to be going to FENTON Liberty Propane. There we go. Okay. There we are. Alrighty. Let's put a handbrake on that. And let's back up. Yep. There we go. Got to turn off the sound on my end a little bit. I want to hear it, darn it. Okay. Yeah. And Fenton is where? Where be Fenton? Fenton is track 7. I think I said that already, but I did some stuff. Yeah, so I'll have to swap those out as we go. And then as I place... oh, wow, 7's going to be way up here. 7 might be on the other side. 5, 6... It's 7 right here, isn't it? What do I have this marked as? I think it's just a matter of, if this is 6 and this is 8, process of elimination means this has to be 7. So, anywho, before we got into the whole LPG thing, yeah, somebody wrote an interesting comment because I was using that little car mover, which couldn't even move 3 cars. Somebody said at the place where he works, what they did was they took a front loader and they just welded a knuckle onto it. They welded a coupler onto it, and then when they need to move cars, they just use that. Look at that. That's fascinating. I would love to see a video of that. That would be awesome. I wonder if, too, you know, like moving cars around in steel factories. I found some of those videos, but, you know, I'd like to see well, the front loader thing. What else are they doing in these places to use switchers? Or use instead of switchers, I should say. Okay, now I also made the mistake of getting rid of that window. I was so excited about the front loaders with the couplers welded onto them. Hey, hold on. What are we doing here? Here we go. Okay. So these are both going to Fenton, and the next ones are going to Palmer. Palmer is track 4. All right. Here we go. All right, so these are going here, and then we got a bunch of Palmers put on track 4. Yeah, so anyway, I'd really like to see that in action. And, like, how many cars can it pull? I mean, those front loaders got to be pretty powerful, right? I mean, I guess it depends on what size it is, I should say. That would be kind of cool. And does it have a problem with the tires? I'm just suddenly thinking that it's gonna bounce a lot, but those things aren't, you know, they're not balloons, they're tires. Okay. Not going to bounce around a lot. Because, I mean, obviously, a rubber tire is going to bounce more than a steel tire. Of course, you call that a steel wheel, not a tire, really, right? You know what I mean. All right. Anywho, it was cool. And I have been working the C&O route. Like I said, the Tidewater route, the new one. Someone said I should have named instead of Season 1, Season 2, I should have named it Tidewater Redux. Gosh, that's... did I say that when I was trying to... when I made a video, I was naming things out loud that I should name it. Because I want to take credit for that. That's a really good name, but it was not. This other person suggested it, and I thought that was a good. But no. And the only flaw I see with that name is what happens if I'm going to redo Tidewater again. I can't imagine why I would, but if I did, would I call it the Redux Squared or the Redux? I'm not sure. All right, so Palmer and then SL Flats, please rather go back down there again with Smiley. All right, so these are going to track 4. Looks like scrap metal. Hence, Palmer Mansfield scrap. Plus, if you look over here, you can see it looks like scrap. Visual clues, written clues, it's all there. All right, stop that there. 5-4. There we go. And then one of my commenters asked, is the C&O... No, not the C&O. Is the Cold Country 2.0 a multiplayer map? And my first reaction to that question was, aren't they all multiplayer maps? But then I remember seeing there was the UMR, I think a UMR anyway, and then the UMR multiplayer. But is that because the UMR is so old, and then with the new Trainz, you can play anything multiplayer? I don't know. What makes a... I mean, I realize what makes a map multiplayer is that multiple people can play on it, but what is it about the code or whatever that would not allow me to play any map multiplayer? I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, I'm stuck in my teeth. I got it. I got it. Now I need a drink. Yeah. So, yeah. I told them I don't know. I don't know. I pretty much gave them that same answer I just gave you guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've never played Trainz multiplayer. I've tried to get my wife to do it. She refuses. Yeah. We do play, and I probably mentioned this before, we do play 7 Days to Die together. And you know what other game we've been playing lately now together? This is going way too fast. 6, 5. Okay. Faster than I wanted it to be, but 5's good. We also been playing Diner Brothers 2. Yeah, that's a fun game. We played the original, and then when Diner Brothers 2 came out, we bought it, and then we just started playing it. I had it on my computer for the longest time. And with that one, it's like a little cooking game. It's a fun little cooking game. We have to serve the customers and all this kind of stuff, and so my wife and I love it. People will order at their tables, and then they'll, she'll if whoever's being the waiter during that round, we switch back and forth between cook and waiter every day, and each day's, I don't know, about 3 minutes long or something like that. You gotta hustle, but for some reason we like saying plain burger, and then I'll say plain burger coming up, and then when I put it on the serving window, I'll go plain burger up. I don't know why that makes me laugh right now, but it does. So we have a lot of fun doing it. And she also plays, like I said before, 7 Days to Die, which is a zombie crafting game. But she won't play Trainz with me, so I've never had the multi-Trainz experience. And I know there might be people out there. In fact, I do know there are people out there that are looking for people to play multiplayer Trainz and all that stuff. I think about it. I mean, Run 8 is really set up to do that. You can go to the depot, and I think you got to take a test. And then they'll let you play on their multiplayer map if you can pass their little driving test, which is it intimidating? I don't know. I mean, I've been doing it for so long now. But yeah, and you can do it. But for some reason, I'm reluctant. I don't know. Why am I so reluctant? All right, so the ones after them are Oakwood, which also going to go with Smiley. Then Mapleview, which are not Smiley. So I got to put all three of the ATSF hoppers are going to go here. Yeah. And then the bulkhead's going to go the other side. It's coming down the track right over here. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it may be because I'm a control freak. Is that what it is? Probably. I'm a control freak, and I want to control everything. So, yeah. And then, yeah, I think to myself, the flip side of that is I could be doing this, and then someone could come and pull some of these cars out of here, and then other people would come in and drop off cars, and I could get those. It'd be like a continuous thing. Is there somebody knocking at my door? Oh, let me put you guys on pause for a second. Hold on. That's nobody. All right. It was the knocking was at my back door. So I'm like, who would be back there? Why would they knock on the back door? But it was nothing. I don't know. Maybe a squirrel dropped a walnut. It was rolling across the roof or something. I don't know. But what was I talking about now? Now I got distracted. Gosh darn. Now, wait a minute. Now, all three of these. Oh, yeah. These are the ATSFs. Okay. Very good. So, yeah, I've completely lost my. Oh, yeah. I was talking about multiplayer. That's right. How people could move stuff in and out. But then I worry about myself, too, is okay, so I'm going to be out here, right? And it'd be cool having cars coming in, but then am I going to be stuck here in the yard doing that constantly? I don't have to stay in the yard. What if nobody else wants to do the yard? And every time I come here, of course, now every time I come here, I got to do it. So I don't know. I'm being dramatic. I don't know. But right now, I just do not have a desire to play multiplayer. Or at least I just like doing everything myself. That's just me. And I guess that's part of the control freak thing too. Is that if I went to some other industry and somebody did something I didn't like, I'd be like, oh, boy. I'd be a total jerk about it. I wouldn't yell at anybody or anything, but, in my brain, I'd be thinking, oh, I wish you wouldn't have done it that way. We should have done it the way I wanted it done. Okay, what am I... Oh, backing up here now. We're going to Mapleview now, and Mapleview is where? Mapleview is track 5. And these are all going to Mapleview, all 4 of these. Then after that, we're going to Lake Ridge, which is back here with Smiley. Okay. Let's go find track 5. Recording is still working? Yep, it is. Okay, very good. 2, it's going to be on this side, because 7's down the middle. There it is, track 5, way up here. All right. And, of course, I've been working on the C&O hint, which I've said about 3 times now, but I keep saying, and Tidewater's going really well. And it is. I really like Tidewater. I like it playing it this way much better. And now I'm working on C&O hint, and that's working well, except for the passenger train, which every once in a while, as it's going through the routes, going backwards. I added some new baseboards on the outside, put loop tracks on there, but for some reason it keeps wanting to back up on one of the loops. It'll get halfway around the loop on a staging board, and then it'll start backing up. I can't figure out why. I put a direction marker in there, it ignores the direction marker and still backs up. Maybe I need to put a second track there. I don't know. I gotta work on that. It's really driving me crazy. But figuring out all of the locals and everything has been challenging. There's a ton of switchers there now too. There's all kinds of coal mines in that. Go figure. C&O hit division has a lot of coal in it, but it's there's a lot of switchers. So I've been trying to figure out. I got a really good system now to keep track of which switchers' turn it is and everything. I'm really enjoying it a whole lot. In fact, when I play this one now, I start thinking to myself, it was kind of dumb. I mean, not that I don't like it, but that it's just, you know, the train takes out all these different cars going all different parts. It's not like, you know, these industries are grouped together, these industries are grouped together. It's all, you know, helter-skelter. Now, of course, all the cars on this one track are going to the same place, but I may pull 3 or 4 tracks, and just because this is next to this has nothing to do with where it is on the map. This could be on one end of the map, and these cars could be going to the other end of the map. So that's not very realistic. And then, of course, the old, it stays there until it's loaded or unloaded. Not realistic. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to doing this map, and I'm really starting to warm up to the idea of downloading the new UMR. Once I start working on this one, once I get the CNO done and up and running, downloading the new UMR from the download station and going in that way. It'll be a lot of work, but I actually am enjoying the CNO, getting that worked around. Like I said, the things drive me nuts, but for the most part, it's been enjoyable. All right, now these are going to Lake Ridge. All righty, here we go. Yeah, set up the locals won't be too hard, but then I'm thinking to myself, there's an awful lot of places where you got to bump it. You know, you got to take the oil car and just bump it down one. If you want to load one tanker at a time, it's going to be, I'll have to decide where am I going to put switchers and where am I not going to put switchers. And of course, hence the front loader with the coupler hooked onto it, right? They welded onto it. Because, you know, the train company, you know, can't afford to have switchers everywhere. Or if they can, they want to just save money. Whatever the case may be. I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't put switchers in. Well, I mean, there's going to be more cost, obviously. Maintenance, fuel. You got to have a guy there. Of course, they could just train a guy, right? So if you work for the Triangle Manufacturing Company, you could also be certified on the engine. But then who pays that guy? See all the problems we got? All right, let's go back to this. Let's ride this one in. Okay, after Lakewood Ridge is Oakwood, which is also going with Smiley. Then there's Elmview, and that's also going with Smiley. Then there's Waverly. That one's not going with Smiley. So the Potash is where we're at. Oh, got a ways to go yet. Plus, you're pushing it the wrong way. Here we go. Yikes. We got up above it. Nice shot, Red 2. I didn't actually shoot. The nice move, Red 2. There you go. I want to be Red 2. All right. Sneak these in here. These are nice bulkheads. I don't see them very often, but they're very nice. The pipes are on there. They got the little support boards on there so it doesn't damage the pipe, the lip of the pipe. Okay. Here we go. So these two plus the covered hoppers here. Those Trinities? I don't know. I want to say they're Trinities, but I don't know. I don't mean the girl from The Matrix. I think they're called Trinity Hoppers. I don't know. I keep saying I don't know. Stop doing that. All right, so the K&S Potash is going to Waverly, and that's on track 10. That's on the very far. That's as far as you can get on this yard. There we go. No, we don't want Smiley. We want... There we go. Oh, back up. All right. I said I want to do 10, right? I think 8. All right. And the other problem I'm having on the C&O hit, now that I think about it, is I can't find a small switcher engine that it says C&O on it. I'm going to sneeze. I want a switcher engine. I found some switcher engines. Some of them work, and they're good. And some of them do say C&O on it. But I went to, like, K&L Trainz. I went to Trainz Forge. Went to the download station. So maybe I'll just have to get a switcher that just doesn't say C&O on it. I'm disappointed. What are you going to do? Now, SO Flats is, again, with Smiley. So we're going to run him all the way over to 10. Then we're going to come back down to Smiley. All right. Over this way. Where are we at? There's the switch there. Yeah, so I when I'm done doing this, when I'm done recording this, while it uploads, I read my book. Oh, it's like I'm giving you a rundown of what I do now. Then I take 2 drinks out of my Coke. No, it's not that. It's not that rigid. But I read my book while this is uploading, and then I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna give it another roll. See if I can't find at least a switcher that I like. And I found some switchers that are kind of nice, but they're like 2 6.0s. That's the steam engine designation, in case you don't know. And some of them, the coal doesn't go down, doesn't get used as you're driving them around. And I don't like that. I want the coal to be used. I've been putting in a whole lot of more water towers and stuff for all the switchers that are out there. Coaling towers, and, water towers, so they can refuel. So, yeah, I gotta see if I can find one that I like the way it looks. And the ones I get from I bought some from Trainz Forge and from K&L Trainz, and they're nice. They just aren't doing it for me. So I'll have to buy some more. Good for them, right? I mean, they make money. Those people work hard at modeling, and I'm glad I can help them out. And they're helping me out because I get a product from them that I enjoy. What, some S4s, some S6s, some S10s. What I did see on one of the sites, which is why I'm thinking I'm going to go back now, is they had some 060s. Maybe that's what I want to go with. And they're actually called switchers. I mean, any engine could be a switcher. Well, okay, let's not get ridiculous. A Challenger would not be a good switcher. But yes, maybe I'll look at one of the 060s. See what that does me. All right, so these are going to SO Flats. We all set up to get back to Smiley. And then after those, these are going to Destin, the Morton Salt. I think it's going to be over track 9, isn't it? No, it's track 8. Yeah, I can see that's Morton Salt right there. And I'm also going through on the C&O Hinton, instead of having these right here, I am changing them to the names of the industries, so I don't have to have... I'll do the same thing on this, so I don't have to have the spreadsheet. I mean, it'll still be up, but I won't have to keep looking over there to see what track is this, what track is that. It'll just be written on the track. Of course, on this, though, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I don't want to do that with this. Because then when I want to find it, I have to go to this yard. No. Then I have to run over to the other yard, the I'd have to run over to the south yard and go no, 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 yes, no, no, yes, and then come over here and look. Yikes, that's a lot of looking. Yeah, maybe I don't want to do it. This yard is just so ginormous. I've changed my mind. I probably am going to want to keep it this way. But I'm going to want to switch other things up, too, that I was thinking about, which makes me excited. Let's write it. Let's write it back. Are these loaded? Yeah, they are loaded. Can you see the cars in them? And look at them. What if we go inside? Oh. I can't go inside? Oh. I can't get any closer. Oh, you can really see them on this side. Look at that. Ooh. Anywho. Gets me more excited, too, as I think I'll actually have to use these for outbound tracks, and I'll have to use these for inbounds. I'll have to have yards set up, and those trains coming from those other yards, well, not, set up in the sense of there'll be a local coming out of it. Then I'll have to have a road train from each one of those yards coming here and back, towing cars back and forth, the way road trains are supposed to work. So I'll have to have those as inbounds. And are there enough inbound tracks to accommodate each road train from a different yard? Of course, then I can combine yards too, though, right? So if there are two yards that are relatively close to one another, going too fast, then I could combine the yards and have them both come in on the same inbound train, same inbound track, just one engine pulling them. But those kinds of things that start going through my brain that make me very excited. One of these days, I'm going to have to look up, see if I can find, and I think Distant Signal, he's another YouTuber if you don't know, has said this before, that you can go on and find manuals and stuff on how CSX and everything runs their yards, how they do it, how they have it set up and everything else. So I know on the depot, when people are trying to, they got a really good forum there, by the way. They're very helpful. If you ask for help, they'll give it to you. But they always talk about, well, this track is used for this and that track's used for that, so they know everything. So that has to be written down somewhere, right? And then just to hear how they do it, or to read, I should say, how they do it. I could look up a YouTube video and figure out how they do it. Sure. All right. There are Norfolk Southern car racks. Shouldn't they be black? Of course, I guess they might have to be. Ooh. That came to a stop in a big hurry. Is it because probably because we got Smiley on the other end, right? All right, now we're going to track 8. No, not 10. I keep going to 10 because I've been working on the C&O almost continuously, and those switchers, most of them you got to go to 10 to get them, which is, I say 10, but when I hit every one of these, it goes up 5%. So 50% or 10 clicks to get them up to near 10 to 15 mile an hour. Here, that's not the case. All right, so now we're going to back up all the way again. And I could have dropped off those car racks just on this yard here, just set them out on the ladder, and that way I could have stayed over there and got all that down on that side. I kind of like going back and forth. You get to see all these cars, the yard. It's nice. And I'm also interested to see on the new UMR map, which I'm getting more and more like. Well, I'll at least download it because I want to take a look, see what the new one looks like. That's also very interesting and exciting. I've been playing the UMR so long. I think this is the second UMR I've downloaded. And if I remember correctly, when I got done getting this one together, I thought to myself, I will never do this again. Of course, at the time, I was still working. Now I'm retired. And us old folks, we got time. during our day. Our time here on Earth is becoming limited. Kind of a discussion kind of turned dark. But, yeah, we got time during our day. Alrighty. There we go. Morton Salt still have this girl with the umbrella as their logo? I'm not even sure. We have some Morton Salt up in our cupboard. I'll take a look. All right, so these are all going to Destin. Then Port Gladstone will be the last two of those center beams. And Port Gladstone is track 6 here in the outbound yard. Got a little fast again. Oh, we got it. There we go. You sing a little tune like that, and sometimes it works out. Let's see how much of this yard is filling up, too, after we get these set out. Well, not set out, but, you know, pushed onto the track. And then this yard here... Oh, no, we got to... Okay, yeah, I was going to say this yard's in a bad place because some trains are going to have to go this way. But, no, I forget. We got this little track that leads across here. I was thinking we have to pull everything out that end. We don't. Let's take a look while this slows down. Oh, yeah, we got lots of room. Got lots of room left on this track. Then, of course, I'll get rid of the distance thing in this this yard as well. As far as apply, do this, go here. These are going to Port Gladstone. What did I say that was? Track 6. Okay. As far as length, I should say, not distance. It has to be a certain length before I'll pull them. Now, then it'll be, of course, just when the road train shows up. The road train shows up, you're going. All right, Port Gladstone, track 6. And then it'll be Smiley's turn. Smiley doesn't have his own turn. He always has to glom on to Thomas. He's like a sous chef. He's not the main guy, but you still need him. He's in support of the main guy. No. Okay, come this way, and then we're going to go track 6 right here. Here we go. Bump these onto the big blues. Well. Oh, gosh. What am I doing here? Come on, Mikerowchip. Oh, okay. That slowed down real fast. It's not a very big cut, though. It's probably why. I got the engine flying. I'm not paying attention. I was going to say, are these really big blues, or do they have to be the high cubes? You know, I think only the high cubes are called big blues. I don't know. There we go. Push she's into place. And that is that with Thomas. Alrighty. And now we're going to come over here to Smiley. He ain't got a lot. Him and his slug. And he's at the wrong end here. So we got to go Esso Flats. Which is what? It's track 8. All right, so now we got to go this way. Over here, past those waiting engines. We're waiting to be cut up by Thomas. No, that's right. Smiley came out here, so track 8 is right there. Okay, except now I want to go to the end here. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. After Esso Flats, we got Elmview, which is going to be track 4 down there in this little south here. Andrew is stuck and is awaiting new instructions. Poor Andrew. You're going to have to remain stuck for a little bit, pal. It's not causing jitters or anything, so you are not going to get the squeaky wheel treatment. Even though you are squeaking, you're being a good squeaky wheel. It's going to ignore you. Another drink. Nice. Let's keep you guys updated as to the drink schedule I'm on. Well, this should... No, oh, no, this is a different engine. That's right. If I do 45, will that get us up to 15 mile an hour? There we go. Now, in Tidewater, I got a lot of AI trains coming through the route. Well, I have some. A lot might be a exaggeration. But someone was saying I should keep the HUD up so that I can see what the lights are. So I'm assuming they mean... No, not that. I'm assuming they mean the track profile, right? Show the track profile? Yeah, because you can turn on the signals. So here I am. And, oh, it even shows the switches. So I can see what the signals are. Here I am right here, not over there. I mean, you're over here. Next light coming up is red. I could do that. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. All right. Got a couple tankers on this track already. They don't have to make decisions like, am I going to run unit trains? There'll definitely be manifest trains, but or mixed freight, however you want to say it. Am I going to run unit trains? Is there anything on this map that would require a unit train? There's that huge... You guys don't need to be here for this. Oh, jeez, come on. Gosh darn it. See? All right. Call the maintenance crew. They're going to have to come out again. But, yeah, there's a huge facility out here. Where is it? It's Valero, that's right. Valero has a huge gas facility, a refinery, and I could run that as a unit train. Not that I necessarily have to. Okay. Here we go. Oh, stay on this side. That'll do. Here we go. Apply it. Decouple. Back up. So these are Elmview plastics. Oh, I don't know. The other way. Not back up, forward. Did we recouple? No. That would have recoupled. We put a lot of pressure on it. Okay, so Elmview is what? Track 4. No. Wait for the clear. Got it. Not track 7, not track 6. Track 4. There it is. All right, let's fly up here now and take a look. This one here is getting pretty long, isn't it? Yeah, it is. We're not going on that track right now. Okay, this is track 4 right here with the tanker at the front. Yeah. That's track 4. Okay, then after Elmview, we got Oakwood Pipe. And Oakwood is track what? Is track 1, which is this one over here. Actually, it's this one right here. You can see the split right here. Just barely, but it's there. This is nice. I really, really like this. I don't know if you figured that out or not. That I like Trainz, but that it's true, I do. That would explain the nearly 1,000 videos I have on my YouTube channel that deal almost exclusively with Trainz. All right, just these two here. That'll do. Now I want to take a look. Are these Trinities? Will it tell me here? Trinity Hopper. What did I tell you, huh? Go up here. Up here. There we go. Okay. Now I'm getting nervous again about the recorder working correctly. I mean, it still looks like it's working correctly. It's got to be a software conflict somewhere. Something got updated. It didn't like it. Okay, oh, it's only the one. Okay. I thought they were both going. It's just the one pipe. The other one's going to Lake Ridge. Okay. Yep. So Oakwood is this track here. This is the really long one, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Just the one. And then Lake Ridge is track 2, the one right next to it. Actually, it's this one right here, and I pointed over here, but I meant to point over here. I mispointed. See if I can do this whole set of moves without moving the camera from here. I think I can. There we go. Right there. Just the one, so we'll get it past that dwarf. Stop it. Okay. Apply the handbrake, tie it down. Do this. Oh. Nope, I'm going to have to click on this now because it forgot who I was. And challenge completed. Or failed. I'm going to call it completed because that was not my fault. You can call it whatever you want to. All right. We'll come over this way. Just be trying to get over where I want to be. That's good enough. All right, we're able to clear that switch. Lake Ridge is track 2, right? Yes, it is. Must have just pulled it because it's empty. There's nothing on it. There's the switch we got to clear. I see the yellow blocks are really big on this, so I can see it easily. Unlike Coal Country. All right, then we got to go back to Oakwood again. And then all the rest of it goes on SO Flats. And SO Flats is track 8. Got it. We'll clear this dwarf right here this time with this last one. Lake Ridge. People like big pipes on bulkheads. That's their thing. That's their thing. Right there. Then we will apply the slack action to kill a little bit. There we go. Apply that. Now I could click on the engine. It probably wouldn't do that, but then it won't update this. So it is what it is. Now you get to see a different view anyway, right? Look at all those cars back there. Woo! That's a lot of cars. And it's still running really smooth. Get out of Dodge. There's no Dodge on this map. There's no town or city or anything else named Dodge. So I guess getting out of Dodge is going to be easy because you're already out of it. Here we go. Oakwood, and then the 3 ore hoppers, and the 2. Are those Esso Flats local surface? That must be sand. They're refilling the sand towers. That's the other thing, too. The sand service and all that I put in those different places, like in Esso Flats, I don't actually have any engine ever pull up to any of those because they all do it either here or in Gunnison. So, yeah, that'll make those then have use. When I redo the route is what I'm talking about. When I do UMR redux. Alrighty. And there we go. Just like that. Apply. Here we go. Back to the front. Track 8. Should be track 8 right here where these, it is. These auto racks are. Smiley's doing a great job. Now, this is not Smilin' Jimmy. There's a difference. Smilin' Jimmy is my engineer. I do most of the conducting. This is just Smiley. He has his own Smilin' Jimmy. Now, you may ask yourself, why Smilin' Jimmy? Why are all your engineers called Smilin' Jimmy? I don't know. I made it up. I have no reason. Why is my name Mikerowchip? I don't know. That's my handle. I don't know. I made it up. I thought it was clever. All right. Here we go. Yeah, there was no... no, I was going to say there was no thought into coming up with Mikerowchip. There was. I kept thinking, what is my name gonna be? Thought Big Mike. No. Of course, when you put Big Mike in there, about 1,400 other people have Big Mike. That's too common. But nobody had Mikerowchip the way I spell it. Then I got people asking me, am I Mike Rowe from the Dirty Jobs? Nope, that's just... I know Mikerowchip, but I'm not. I'm not famous at all. Nobody knows who I am, which is how I like it. All right, and that'll do. We'll apply, decouple, forget, move forward. But we cannot move any further forward with this episode 100, because we have reached the end. Now let's, how do I want to do this? I'm trying to set up my thumbnail now. That looks pretty good right there, huh? Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, sir. Hope you guys had fun here in episode 100. I had a blast. I look forward to episode 101. I hope you do as well. Why don't you like? Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you leave me a comment? And if you don't like the fact that I just came up with Mikerowchip and Smiling Jimmy off the top of my head, well, this just may not be the channel for you.